Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. And this week on the old Magic Roundabout, we've got a Dinky Toys Cadillac, is it? Yeah, Dinky Toys Cadillac. And this week is for the DMC challenge, Diecast and Models Community Challenge for the month, which is any Dinky toy. So I've chose this one. It's been hanging around for a while. Single colour job. So I thought we'd do this one. Okie doke then. As you watch this go around and have a look at it, I'd just like to welcome any new friends to the channel. Thanks very much for joining. I hope you stay the course. And welcome back any of the old friends of the channel. Thank you very much also for sticking with me. It's much appreciated. I always look forward to your comments. And I try to get them all answered in the week. Okay. So, let's see how we get on with this one. Get it on the bench and we'll have a look. Right, we're on the bench. Let's have a look at this then. Yeah, it's a Dinky Toys Cadillac number 147. It's got the small tyres on it. These are 12s I think on here, but I will double check that when I take them off. Yeah, it's like a metallic greeny blue. It's quite a weird looking thing here. Look, it's got quite a high top to it. And it's got a complete glass down there, no window pillar, but it just shows you a little bit of a window pillar there, but I don't know whether that's painted or not. Pretty straightforward, this one. Ain't too fancy. Nice back end on that. I do like that. Nice. Fins aren't bent, which is good. Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. Got suspension. I think it's a metal strip, but we'll have a look in a sec. It's got a red plastic vat form interior, steering wheel. So we'll get the tools out. Oh yeah, we got the old, we got the Madonna rivets on there, so we got to flatten them out. Okay. Right, we'll get the tools out and we'll get sorted. Okay, right. Excuse me. Got the base done. Just basically went in there and filed a bit down, used a centre punch. Get the base off. There you go, we've got a bit of foam to hold the interior up. Often the case with these. We've got your spring plate there and there. Still got to take the axles off though. So got to grind them off. So we get the tyres off. These are pretty good tyres, these. I'll just have a look on my tyre gauge, which you can get from any stationery shop. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. 15, 14, 13, 12. So that's 12. Yeah, it's a bit bigger than a 12. I would say you probably get away with 13. Yeah, these 14s, but you don't get many 14s now. 15's a bit big. Yeah, you probably get away with if you get hold of 14s, which I think one or two suppliers do 14s, but 15's not too bad off. There's plenty of room in the wheel arches, so it's 14 or 15s. Yeah, you get these from the stationery shop. These, and I find them handy. There's paint on it because I use it as a stencil as well for when I spray around the inners and outers of tyres and stuff like this. What number is this anyway? I'm not sure whether it'll be 147. I've got a chart here which I got off the internet. Number 147. Let's have a look. Yeah, Cadillac number 1. Yeah, look, there you go. Look, Cadalliac 62, number 147. So we got 081. So we have a look on here. 081. They are 081, 14mm. There you go. So they are 14s, if you can get them. This is a chart. I got it off the internet. You only get the one sheet. It doesn't cover all the Dinky toys. It only covers a certain amount, back and front. But it is a handy guide to have if you're struggling with one or two of the bits. I don't know where I come across this. I think it was in a Dinky. It was in a Diecast, spares and repairs, and not spares and repairs, in accessories and parts. And it was just popped up. Somebody else might know where to get it, exactly where to get it from. You only get the one sheet. It's not expensive, but it's always handy to have. And I've laminated this, so it's always handy to keep. Anything like that was going to help you. So you got 14 mils, but luckily these tires are in good condition, so it's not a worry there. Right, let's get this, lift this up. Back form, this is pretty good back form, this one. It's not one of your old cheapos that you see through, like some of the Corgi ones. It's pretty sturdy, but it's not that sturdy, if you know what I mean. It's good, it's strong, it's clean. Now, we got the old thing. I've got to get the soldering iron out and get that out. So I'll have to heat that up, and I'll bring you back and I'll do that. Okay, let's see if the soldering iron's hot enough. It might well be. It feels hot enough. That's my tube at the end. Right, let's have a go. Put it in. Give it a twist. It's gone. There she goes. Nice clean out. Get rid of some of the crap. Job done. Put it back in the holder and switch it off, so we don't drop it or burn anything. That's it. That's my preferred method. If you look at Neil from Austin Wet Works, he uses a hot tube, which is what I used to use, and then we worked out how to use this soldering iron. If you're going to use one of these soldering irons, little tip, you want one which is heats this up, yeah, because not just the tip, because you when you change it and put this on, which I did, I cut the I got an old one and I cut this piece off and got a bit of brass on there, clamped it on there. So you want this to be able to heat up this stem, all right? Because if you don't, because some of them will just heat the tip, you want the whole thing, so you can put a tube on it, clamp it on. This one's a, don't know what this one is, XS2, I don't know what make it is, but there you go, that's what you use. All right, or you can use a hot tube like Neil does. Right, so that's that done. So now it's got to drill the post to take the rivets. Good sized post, so that'll be no problem. This wants a wash and a clean up. I took the sponge off. There's the sponge. There you go. I might put a new piece on there. I might just use this one because it wasn't sagging. So, and then I'll clean this up. This will go in the caustic, clean it up. It's got a matte base, so it's not blued. Okay, and I've done the axles. Same thing, you've seen me do it before, grind them off. So, and these ones, be careful when you're using a file or a grinder, because these are polished ones. So be careful when you do that, or you'll break them. Okay, so they will go and be cleaned up. So there you go then. Alrighty, right. We're at the caustic. It didn't take long to get this off. Okay, there's I've done some filing on this. I was trying to look this up to find out which year this was, and because it says 62, Cadalliac 62, in the catalogue, but it's actually a 61 because it's backlight configuration. I looked up looked it up on Google Images and searching around. It took me a while to pick up on it was a 61 because the rest of the tail lights on the others are the other way up. So I put in a 61 4-door, which is what this is, because you've got the big back window as well, you see. So we got that sorted. Now I did notice on this one, this is quite a prominent line going across there, which you would have thought would be in a chrome line, but on the 61 it's a body line. Okay, so what I've done with that, I've filed it a bit flatter so it's not so prominent. So I've done that. I straightened the tips out because they were a little bit bent, so I'll just straighten them out. And why I did that is I didn't heat them up whilst I was using the wire brush on here. As you know, this gets quite warm, and when I was doing the boot and all around the sides, I did it extra to get it nice and warm, and then I bent them, so that saves me heating it up. There was a few blemishes in the roof, little blisters appearing, so I've filed them down with the files. Done that. What else did I do? Yes, on the front here, where it had been crashed into other cars, where it had been crashed into other cars at the front there, here, as you can just see it there, it was all, this line here was virtually folded into that line, and it looked a bit untidy. So what I've done was I've got one of these trumpeter. It's mainly used, look at that crap on it, mainly used for scribing panel lines and plastic model kits. But what I've done is just get it in there and just gradually, slowly bring it out, yeah, and get rid of all the burrs what are on between these two. And then I got the triangular file and just lightly went through there to smooth it off, and then again with this till I got it what I think is near enough. It ain't perfect, but it's better than what it was, because you know they keep smashing into other cars, and this top end was all bent. So that was that. It's took me about an hour and a half to go around this thing and clean it up. I mean, it's not perfect. Some of these fine lines here are a bit jagged, but yeah. So that being said, headlights, they're just flat. Okay, so I thought, well, I had a root around in my drawer and I found these. These are adhesive ones. You get them in any craft shop, and they do fit 3mm. I did have a loose one here somewhere, but it's that frigging spot. Oh, here they are. See if I can pick one up now. I'll just give you a little demo if I can pick it up. You watch what me I pick it up now. And it will just go in there. So 3mm will fit in there. There you go, look. So the 3mm of these adhesive gems will go in, because it's a flat bottom anyway, so that's not a problem. Get out, get off. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with those. Right, I got some American number plates, so I shall put on there as well. I'm just debating with the colour, to be honest with you. So that'll be a surprise to you and me when I get it on. So it's a methylated spirits, get it in white primer, and then we're on it. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Right, we're back from the paint shop. This is what we got. This is a Fiat Blue Lagoon metallic. As you can see, come out quite nice. Now what I have done is I've done some scraping. I don't know if you can see it. It's just down there. I've been looking at images that around the window frames, there and there, Round there, round the back, down these both sides, and also on these back fins. The chrome on these back fins start about halfway down, then came back. So I've done that. That's what I've been doing. Getting that all chromed and done. I thought I might as well have a go at it. So now we've got to paint the rest of it, which is been looking at images. All under there, that's all chrome. Bumper, grille, and all the back, all underneath there and there. So we've got a lot of painting to do. Then when that's all dried, I'll put these little plastic lights in, like I said. On the back, as far as I can make out, the inner one was red, but this one was red, but it also had like a light on the outer ring of it. So I'm going to try and do something with that. But yeah, so here we go. I've got my paint, got my brush, and let's have a go. As always, I shan't show it all because this will be a lot of painting. A lot of painting. So first we'll get, if I can get, I'll just bring this camera up slightly. First we'll get this done under here. Okay, so it can't be too bad because it's all block, basically blends in together. This does. So we'll get this all done. There we go. Paint in there because the number plates I've got might not fill this gap. So I'll paint that as well. Give it a coat of paint, lad. I could have used the Molotov chrome on this, but as I said before, I'm not a great lover of that. It's got its uses, but sometimes I think it's a bit toy-like. Yeah, I know these were toys, but you know what I mean. Know what I mean, John? Do 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 do. Right. Let's go underneath that bumper. It's not a bad colour. It's not a spot on match to the original, but it's not a million miles apart from it. And it's a nice colour. It was going to be rose gold, but I bottled out at the last minute on that one. So it's not rose gold. It's not rose gold. Okay. In the front end there. Big chunky bumpers on this thing. We're going to whiz around here. Sorry if I'm going out shot there, I didn't realise. My apologies. My apologies. Get that bit in there. Can't forget that bit. Get the old grill done. Might put black wash in this grill. They're going to put a wash in it because we don't want to put too much paint in. Right. It's coming on, look. That's 7 minutes, so let me get all this done and then I'll get back to you. Rightio. As we saw in the last clip, we're all painted up. Now what I've been doing, put the red lights in the back there. Look at them. Yeah. Look pretty funky, don't they? But that's from these that I was showing you before. These from any craft shop. 3mm adhesive gems. Okay. And I got some the clear ones, and I also, yeah, the colour ones, and I got some clear ones as well. Funny enough, they don't do 4mm. I haven't seen any 4s. I've seen 3s and 6s, but not 4s. So anyway, so these back ones, I stuck them in. They look really good, don't they? I stuck them on with the adhesive what was already on the backing. Just see how they fare. Now I've done 2 in the front. That one you can see better than you can see that one. I don't know why. I think that one's a little bit more shiny than that one, but they're both in there anyway. And I use a little bit of this on a cocktail stick. Just a little dab will do you know what I mean? Because it just dries clear. So I just put a little dab on there just to hold it in place. Well, this is the tricky bit. Alright, because these little buggers, mate, they get all over, and it's a good job they give you loads on a sheet, in it, because once they go, they go. And you just then block them in and move them into position. These just about fit in here. And I just push it down with my finger just to locate it. Okay. Alright. Oh, no, let's come off a little bit, that one. Like I say, they only just fit in there, just about right. How long they'll stay on there for, I don't know. But we'll have to see. I think that one. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I might change that one. But anyway, that's that one. I've just shown you how I do it, actually. And then just put a little blob on there. Let's get this, because obviously these are manufactured by the millions every day, so I wouldn't say every one was accurate and exactly the same size. They probably vary slightly. There you go. Let's come off a little bit and move that with my finger. Oh, here we go. There's always one, isn't there? There's always one who wants to play the game. we'll see how long these hold. I might have to put a bit more glue in the bottom, because if these aren't quite bottoming out at the bottom, the glue won't stick, will it? But we'll see. Okay, so that's them in. Ignore my fingers. That's them in the front. And that's them in the back. Alright, now I've got to put these, I've got some number plates here. And that's upside down, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah. SRN 590. Don't ask me to read anymore because I ain't got a clue. So I've got to put them on. They're going to be even more fiddly. On there. And on there. So I'm going to get and do that. And then it's assembly time. Okay, chapesses. Okay then. Sat here for a couple of seconds. The flipping camera's running. I wasn't speaking. Right. Here we go. It's all done. Number plates are on. Let's flip it on its back. Now this windscreen, if you look, it's got a locating pin there and the main rivet there. Same as this. There's a pin there and a hole there. Well, you've got to marry them up. Like so. Okay. Let's just go. Yeah, like so. So marry them up. Drop the interior in. Go forward. And I'm using the same sponge. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put it in the same place as it was before. Just there. Okay. Put the base back on. Let's get the rivets in. Okay. Bit of super duper. In that. Okay, these ones are like the tap down ones, so I'm gonna just tap them in there like that. Okay, done. Alrighty, let's get it on a magic and have a look at it. There you go. This is what we started with. Scruffy, dirty, play-worn Cadillac by Dinky. Quite a flash looking thing. So, have a look, see how it turned out. Have a look at this. Here we go. Feast your eyes on this. Okay then, here we are, all done and dusted. The old Cadillac, Dinky Toys Cadillac, 1961, repainted and everything else. Polished up the hubs. Got the old suzzies working fine. Bit of steering at the front there. So there you go. There's the old tail lights and everything else. I hope you like this one. Just scraping down the sides, but extra bling. Yeah, the windscreen, I got it best I can, cleaning wise. I did a lot of sanding on that to get some most of the scratches out, but there's one or two really deep ones in there, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, look at that. I love these backlights, you know, these little tools. So there you go. Well, thanks for watching. Look forward to your comments, and we'll see you again next week. I think next week is the purchases and donations. Again, that's come around quick again, hasn't it? Okay then, we'll see you then. Bye for now. Be lucky, enjoy what are you doing, and we'll see you later.